Yep. Good morning, everyone. So you practiced those bootstrap examples. You tried to design the forms. Everyone, all those forms classes working, right? So you try to design these exercises. I will upload a link of another group where you can post your exercise. So whatever practice you are doing, whatever task I give, if you've done that, you can post that into another. So I will give a link into classroom. You check that link and you upload your examples there. Okay. So bootstrap related concepts we discussed while working with forms. So bootstrap have several more interactions. So bootstrap contains lot of more interactions. Just now what you saw is all these are classes. Means they are only visual effects. But interactions are present. But those interactions require jQuery and JavaScript. By using jQuery JavaScript, bootstrap related lot of interactions we can create. I will show you how we can create those interactions. So to do that, first you need to finish the part of your up to the concept of CSS. Then we can go. I explained only bootstrap related to form. I haven't explained complete bootstrap to you. Complete bootstrap related some important components you will learn in this class that you have to do after CSS. So this last few days, whatever you learned is not a complete bootstrap session. That is only the session related to form. So related to form, what bootstrap you should know to design good forms, I explained. That's the point. Bootstrap have some more components you will learn. Next level you will learn. After knowing CSS and all, you will learn about them. So after knowing the concept of form, working with bootstrap and forms together, now you have one more concept to understand. In JavaScript, we can go into JavaScript after these two parts. One is you need to know about multimedia. Multimedia in HTML. So you learned about forms. After understanding forms in HTML, another concept is multimedia. With this, we finish HTML part. Then we will go into CSS. CSS already so many styles you learned. Correct list of CSS, how to work with CSS we will discuss, right? In HTML, the last concept you need to know is about multimedia. Till now, what are the major topics we learned is working with images, tables, links, and the major concept is forms. Multimedia is a simple concept. These days in multimedia, you need to know only few details. What are those? Let's see. What is multimedia means? So actually multimedia refers to audio, video, and animations. Multimedia refers to audio, video, and animations. Audio, video, and animations. So we have audio, video, and animations. And HTML provides few elements for multimedia. So what are these elements? You have a marquee, you have a video, and you have audio. So actually you have an embed. That embed is not required these days. We have to just use audio and video. Embed you will see in your Java like technologies to embed some applets and all. Java applets and all you will learn, those you can do. So marquee, video, audio, these are the basic elements. What is marquee is simple. Generally, marquee is nothing but it is used to set scrolling and sliding content in page. You can create scrolling and sliding content in page by using marquee. Just you have to keep a syntax marquee and you need to put your content. It can be text, it can be pictures, anything. So you need to set the scrolling, sliding titles and all we can do by using marquee. Let's see one example here. So scrolling titles and all you can configure using that. Okay. So in this page that we have, let's add a simple HTML page and say some marquee. Marquee contains all these scrolling and sliding titles and all. Just put some images. I am adding a marquee and in that image, it is in images. So we have a1.jpg. So width and height I am configuring 100. Similarly, we have A1, A2, A3, A4, some images we are giving. Okay, these are the images kept in marquee. Marquee is nothing but it will give you just the scrolling and sliding content in the page. The images will be scrolling like this. That's a basic marquee. This marquee have a lot of attributes. You can put anything, text, picture, anything. Marquee have a lot of attributes. In the attributes, we have scroll amount. It is nothing but sets marquee speed. It sets the marquee speed 1 to 100. So that is scroll amount. How much speed you want, you can control. So you have direction. Direction you can give scrolling direction. Scrolling direction left, right, up, down. You can put different direction. So marquee have another option is behavior. Behavior changes scrolling to sliding. With scrolling to sliding, it is called alternate. alternate is the behavior. So you have different behaviors. That is scrolling, sliding, and all these are the behaviors. I will show you here. Currently, MarkU is scrolling slow. We can set the speed by using scroll amount is equal to some 10. Then you see scrolling speed will increase little bit. Suppose I am giving as 20. Then you see scrolling speed will be more fast. We can control the scrolling speed of MarkU, right? And important, we want direction. We can keep direction. Direction is what? Right. By default, it is left. Direction right will be scrolling right. So we can give up and down, but up and down is good if images are one below another. They are not good for shorter length. You can have, instead of direction, you can have behavior is equal to alternate. Behavior alternate will display MarkU like this. We can have an alternate behavior for MarkU. Either direction or behavior, any one will work. So you can define syntactically any one of these, direction or behavior. So MarkU, scroll amount is some 10 or 15 something. Direction is right, left, like that you can give. Or MarkU have behavior alternate. Some scroll amount is some 20. Direction and behavior both cannot be there. Out of these two, anyone. You also have MarkU have a loop. So it specifies the number of times to display after initial load. So it specifies how many times to display after initial load. You can say as a loop 3 times or 4 times. After 3 times, it will stop. It will not display. MarkU will automatically disappear after 3 times. That is what actually loop. So suppose you see here, MarkU is there and it is scrolling, and I will give the loop as suppose 3. You see now first time it is coming, and this is the second time, and this is the third. After third, then it will not display anymore. It will hide. That is what loop is. Sometimes we want some advertisements to display just few times and disappear. That you can do by using what? Loop. So MarkU. So loop is equal to some 3 or 4 like this. MarkU have width and height. No need to explain that. Sets width and height for MarkU area. And you have a BG color. BG color is nothing but sets background color. For MarkU area, background color. We can set background color for MarkU area. So these are simple things, nothing complex. You can put a background color. You can change the width and height. That depends on requirement. So you see, suppose you are defining, so mark you width is some 50%. 50%, that means it will be within the 50% of page it will occupy. We can put a background color, some BG color is equal to some yellow. There will be some background color for marquee. Such things we can manage. That's a general concept. They are nothing complicated. Simple, we have marquee. BG color is yellow and width is some 50% like this. Marquee we cannot control. That we do with JavaScript. Marquee we can control with JavaScript. That means you see websites, when mouse is over, the marquee will pause. Mouse is out, it will resume. Through JavaScript we can do. And it's a simple JavaScript logic actually. So you can pause and resume marquee by using JavaScript functions. You can do that. Just what you can do is, means roughly I will show here. Later in JavaScript you can implement on mouse over. You say this dot stop. You can simply put like that. On mouse out, this dot start. These are marquee related effects. JavaScript methods actually. Mouse on, mouse over indicates when mouse is over the marquee. This refers to current object. What is the current object? Marquee. This is a keyword in object-oriented programming. I hope you know. This keyword refers to the current object related properties. Current object marquee. Marquee properties you can access, and marquee have a method called stop. That stop method will stop the marquee when mouse is over. So if you write this, you can control that. For example, here I'm just writing on mouse over this dot stop, and on mouse out this dot start. We can control the animation of marquee. When I move the mouse onto it, it will pause. Again, I move the mouse outside, it will resume. We can control by using that. So when mouse is over, it will pause. And mouse out, it will resume. That's general JavaScript. HTML directly cannot manage. You have to write the JavaScript functions for that. On mouse over and on mouse out. That's a simple example. There is nothing complex. That is a simple example for marquee. People try different styles. What they do, from center, one marquee will go left, another marquee will go right. Two divs side by side flex. Different effects you can create by using that. That's all the creativity of user, how you want to design, right? This is a simple multimedia related thing you should know. Marquee. Next important, you have video and audio. Video and audio. Video and audio, I already told you, we don't prefer video and audio directly to upload. I already showed you iframe concept. In iframe, what we done? We copied the video URL from YouTube and we showed that video on page. I already showed you that. That is the best way. Don't upload videos directly. That's not great. Why? Because they occupy space. It's very heavy for application. I told you the scenario. right? We have to purchase what? Told you? No. See, actually, why we don't prefer video and audio? So why we are not going to prefer video and audio directly? Because generally, I will show you a basic static here. So you want a website. If you want a website of your own, how much amount you need to invest? Any idea? To have a website of yourself, how much money you need? I will tell you here. Actually, to have a website, you need to first purchase the domain name. That means like your name.com, .in, like that. And for that, it will cost even 40 rupees to, it may go to 40 lakh. 40 rupees to 40 lakh it may cost. Depends on the name you are selecting. It may go in crores also sometimes. That means even for a 40 rupees, you will get website name. That means you have to purchase domain name. For example, I will show you. So domain sellers, so many are there. GoDaddy, you know. This is a domain seller. You see geta.com for 139 rupees. Suppose I am searching for a domain, some Naresh IT. I will search domain. And it says that nareshit.com is already taken, and you see, so it is having a Naresh IT in, it is C49 rupees, right? This is yearly you have to manage. Yearly it will take 500 rupees, 40 rupees, 50 rupees, like that. Depends. And I told you, some domains you see here, auctions will be there. Domain names, in domain names, let's go to auction. Some domains are in auction. You can see the domains in auction. Some names are in auction. And you see this studiobookie.com. This name is in auction, and see its cost is 20 lakh. Currently in auction it is there. You participate in that auction, it may go higher, right? That means it is the cost of only name. You may ask, like, anybody purchases 40 lakhs only name, 20 lakhs only name? So many people will purchase. You know, people purchase car. The car cost is 5 lakhs. Its number is 10 lakhs. You know, they have hidden auction. Car cost is 5 lakhs only. The number, fancy number like 999 or 111777, it go hidden auctions. Recently, we saw in news somewhere in Jammu or somewhere, one person purchased Honda Activa and scooty, and the number for that 1 crore. 1 crore, he made a tender for its number. And it's his scooty Activa it is. Right? That means people are there, they pay money. For example, suppose you have purchased a website domain by name like IPL.com. That means you purchased that name, IPL.com. Now IPL people wants it. They want it. It is mandatory for them. But you are the owner. Then what they will do? They will ask that, sell this to us, give it to us. They say that we will give even 50 crore to you. They don't care for that. They will say that we will give 50 crore to you, give to us. That means domains, even for 30-40 rupees also you may get. And sometimes it may go very high depending on domain, its demand. That's the reason we can't estimate how much it will be until or unless what name you are choosing. So remember, I close this, sir. It's okay. Actually, you have to purchase domain. I will give you here the stats. Suppose you purchased a domain and the domain here you have. Yeah. So domain you have to purchase. Suppose we say it is some 500 rupees. And this is not enough. You have to purchase hosting space. Purchasing domain is not enough. You have to purchase hosting space. Hosting space means where you will upload all these files. You designed a page, images, photos, everything, HTML documents, CSS files. You need to upload and keep them at one place. You need some server space. Hosting space, how much they charge, I will show you. Depends on capacity again. So you see in this, let's go to hosting. We will go to hosting category. In the hosting, web hosting, you see the cost price. The price is 199 per month, the starter. You 199 rupees only per month. But you see the capacity, they give 512 MB RAM, one website, 10 GB storage, one database, unmetered bandwidth. Bandwidth so is very important. If bandwidth is less, then you cannot reach many people. And remember, so daily backups, but this RAM is not enough for high level. You know, your mobiles, after all, they have how much? 4 GB RAM, 4 GB, 6 GB. This is only 512 MB RAM. Then on internet, 512 MB RAM, how much it may service? If load is increasing, many people are visiting, then they need more capacity. They purchase, many people purchase more. But for a starter, this is enough. This is enough. Okay, now what we hosting space is approximately 200 per month. This 500 per year. Is this enough? No. Actually, if you want emails also, you need to purchase email. Email also you have to purchase because email servers are separate actually. Website hosting servers are different. Email servers are different. Email, chatting services, those servers are different. Then you have to purchase them. Email services, chatting services, you have to purchase. How much they cost? 30 rupees approximately per user per month. One email costs 30 rupees. If you want to give one email ID, then it costs 30 rupees. That means you see here, let's go to the cost of emails in the website. Let's go to email. Email, yeah. Professional email or all emails you see. And email is 29 rupees per month. Per user per month. That's the reason if you go to small companies and you are working in those companies and you ask them, give me one email by your company name, then they will say that no need, you use your Gmail because they have to invest 30 rupees on you every month for email. They simply say that you use your Gmail, not required. They don't give emails to every employee. Why? Because it charge, right? They charge for email, every email charge. So this is email. And not only that, you know, if your website is having payment gateways, payment gateway will be there. Payment gateway means, suppose you are having a business website, people have to collaborate with banks. They need to do the payments, credit card, debit card payments, UPI payments. For that, separate payment gateways will be there. Approximately they charge minimum starting with 1,000. Depends. And not only that, every payment made on that, some tax will be taken. Some amount is taken for that. That's the reason website maintenance is all about space. If you want to buy more space, then you need to pay more money. That's the reason we don't waste space. Because see, hosting space 200 for a month, how much they give? 10 GB. 10 GB they give. Now what you have done, you uploaded a video. Suppose there is a video. The video is suppose 1024 pixel quality. And it is 1 hour video. Tell me how much space it may occupy. Approximately it may occupy 1 GB space. All right. Approximately it will occupy 1 GB. That means 10 videos, finish. That means just 10 videos you put in your website, there is no more space. That is not good. That's the reason we don't recommend directly to upload videos. What we recommend, upload these videos to YouTube. Create a channel on YouTube. Upload the videos on YouTube. Get those embed links and put them in your site. So even the option is available, don't try that. Not required. It's not good. That means 1 minute video, 2 minutes video, it's okay. Lengthy videos, better use YouTube. How YouTube people are doing? Because they have millions of terabytes. YouTube people have millions of terabytes. YouTube people have millions of content data storage. And why YouTube people are freely allowing you to upload videos? Because they are doing business with your videos. They do business with your videos. That means before your video, a advertisement will run. They do business with your videos. They are not providing a social service to you. Right? That means the point is, that is the best way. Don't directly try. Because sometimes you can see some websites do. Suppose we have ESPN Cricket Info. When I open this, you will see some videos may be there here. But when you see the videos, these videos usually maximum length will be like 3 minutes, 2 minutes video only will be there. You can see there is a video and maximum 2 minutes or maximum 3 minutes, 4 minutes video only. They don't give complete highlights and all. They will just give only 2 minutes, 3 minutes max. For such type of things, it's okay. You can try that. So how to put a video in our page? If you want to directly put a video, then how to put a video in page? First point, web supports videos of type like we have MP4, we have like AVI, we have like MOV, we have like MKV, like we have OGG, like this. These are the video types. Similarly, web support audio of type .mp3, .midi, like this, like WAV. These are audio related files. If you have such files in your computer, you can upload them and you can put them in your websites. So for that, we have controls. So we have elements. What are the elements? So syntactically, we just write video. src is equal to path. You have like controls. You can add some controls. You have controls. You have poster. Poster is nothing but thumbnail. Thumbnail.png, jpg, like this. You can put thumbnails. Similarly, audio also same thing. We have audio, src, path, and you have controls. Or for audio also you can put a poster. Thumbnail.jpg, like this. These are audio, video related contents. So these are there, but what we prefer is iframes. I already showed you how to put a video through iframe. In links concept I explained. So, but these are simple things to understand. You can try that. You see now, suppose first we need some video to copy in our project folders. In public videos, we already created a videos folder earlier, and in that copy some videos. That means some videos are there. Some class video is there. I will copy. Just a video is there. It's a mkv file. Now I want to put that video here. Then what we need to do is just we have to use a video element. Video have an src. It is in videos class mkv. We can put some width and height, some 300 and height 300, width 400. Okay. You see, usually video will display here, but video is not playing or video is not having any controls. For that, we just add an attribute, what? Controls. Controls will give the controls on video. Now you have a play button. You can click. The video starts playing here and it is displaying something on the screen. That's the video it is using. Right? This is the video it is having. But before the video plays, if you want some thumbnails, then what you can do? You can put a poster. Poster, we have images. In that we have like which poster? You have UI poster, and you see UI poster, it will be like this. That means you can put some poster here. It will display that poster. You can add any number of them and you can define. And when user clicks and it starts playing. So this is a simple thing you need to understand how we can put the video. If you have MP3 files and all, you can attach them. They will start playing the songs with the audio, whatever they have, right? This is a simple example of video. So we don't need to much discuss on this. This is enough. These are all multimedia related things. If you are learning later Java applets and all, there they will teach you how to embed them by using another element called embed. Earlier we have an embed element which we can use for audio and video. But these days browsers are not supporting embed element for audio video. So we have separate audio video elements. We can use them. Embed is used for embedding other contents into the page, right? So this is the basic of all the concept that you need to know in the part of HTML. So with this, our HTML part finished, but in that we learned Bootstrap, CSS, lot of integrations are there in that. Now, after knowing this concept of working with basic HTML, you need to know about styles. You need to know about styles. So that is what you can call it as what CSS. Styles. So already we know styles. We are using them. But I will give you the proper order so that we can add more effects and we can define more effects. Already styles we know, but we need to know some more important things about them. Already from HTML beginning onwards, we were using styles. So display, margins, paddings, all styles we are working, but we have to learn in specific order to understand everything about them detailedly. Actually, the concept we call it as styles. Generally, styles are nothing but styles are attributes defined for HTML elements to make them more interactive and responsive. Styles are nothing but they are set of attributes which are used to make HTML elements more interactive and responsive. Already HTML elements have attributes like heading have an attribute align, image have an attribute like src, border, alt, but those attributes are not enough for more good presentation. So you need extra attributes. Suppose we have image, we can put a border, but I want a rounded border. HTML cannot do that. Then you need some extra attributes. Those attributes are called as what? Styles. Styles, actual concept is styles. In styles, there is a concept called CSS. Generally, sometimes people directly use the word CSS, but CSS is a part of styles. The actual concept is styles. Generally, because for your understanding sake, sometimes in the outside world, people change the topics for your convenience. For your understanding sake, they will change. For example, you came here to learn a course like Java or .NET or something. When you went to the counseling, you got a catalog about course contents and all. Am I right? Have you read the catalog before joining the course? Have you seen that catalog? Why you have seen that? Do you know anything inside it? Then why you saw? We see some people seriously reading. What they read? They don't know anything. They came to learn a technology which they don't know, and they are seriously examining the papers. What you are counting? How many papers are there? Then what you are doing in that? What you are doing is some of your friends told you some topics. They say that in Java, these topics are very important. Make sure that that institute is training it. Then what you will do is you will refer those topics and you will check that, okay, these topics are there. This is good for me. That's what he recommends me and I am going to learn. And due to that, what happens is your friend mentioned a topic name according to his knowledge, right? He may not know the correct technical name of it. So he said that CSS. That means he said that CSS. CSS means what? CSS means styles. But in that catalog, we mentioned styles. Then you will think that they are not teaching CSS. You will get to a conclusion that these people are not teaching CSS. That is the reason. So for your understanding sake, some topics we morph and put in your convenient way. Due to that, sometimes topics are miscommunicated. The titles are miscommunicated, right? This not only for you, even at high level companies also. Sometimes people come and ask like, sir, in Naukri, I uploaded my resume, but calls are not coming. You uploaded your resumes in Naukri sites and all, right? Do you know what problem with Naukri sites is? When you upload your resume, you mention some skill sets, and company skill sets and your skill sets may not be matching. That means company that who uploads the job opportunity in resume in Naukri site, the company's HR will upload. Who tells the HR about the requirements? Some project manager or project lead. He will tell some topic names. HR will type those topic names and upload. Even HR don't know those things. Because HR job is just as a mediator to communicate between them. He don't know the topics. And remember, HR is the person who is going to download your resumes and call you for interview, not technical person. Technical person is not going to call. So HR will call. That means your resume will first go to HR. If HR unable to understand your resume, it will fail. And what is problem with HR actually? I will tell you. Suppose you learned JavaScript. JavaScript version is not JS 1.1 like that. JavaScript version name is ES5, ES6. These are JavaScript versions. Many people don't know this. Even now, when we start learning JavaScript, when we are teaching JavaScript, they will ask, sir, after JavaScript, will you teach ES5? What you are talking about? JavaScript's version number is ES5. That means they think JavaScript different, ES5 different. Even a HR thinks like this. Understood? Then what you happened? The project lead said that call all the JavaScript people. And high level, what you done? You mentioned ES in your resume. But HR don't know that. HR don't know that this ES is JavaScript. Then you mentioned JavaScript and those company people say ES6. Then the HR will see that he is mentioning some JavaScript, but I want ES6 people. That means he will ignore your resume. This is problem. You may have good skills. Your resume fails in Naukri sites and everywhere. That's the reason actually in other countries, other countries, government prepares the resume and certifies for jobs, for even a software job also. You know that, right? Many people know. To apply for any job, even for a software job in that country government will first take your resume. They will put a stamp on your resume. Then you are ready for applying for jobs in that country. Here you just copy paste from some website, upload and say that calls are not coming. Even you haven't prepared resume by yourself. You simply copy paste somebody's, right? Somebody's resume, you copy paste and upload. Actually, few years back, so when I was working for HP Hewlett Packard as a recruiter, that means my job was taking people for company, HP Hewlett Packard. So my job was taking people, so conducting interviews on .NET like technology. And when I was doing that, so some of resumes we got. And interestingly, that person put a resume with a project which is done by our HP company. Our company done that project, right? Fake experience people. He put a project done by our company. And when we asked when we got interview, do you know first question what we asked? Oh, you worked on this project. Who was your project manager? Then he simply gone. Why? Because he never expected that question. Because he expects that he will ask something technical and all. But when I see the project which is done by our company, then we will ask related to that. Who was your team? What was your work location? Who was your project manager? Because this project is done by us. Right? That means how you keep this project. So blindly copy paste of some resume is not great. This will lead to lot of issues in future. That's the reason many people keep on complaining that my calls are not coming for my resume, because please check your resume properly. Have you mentioned the requirements correctly? Ask your trainer that how to specify the details. That means where you learned the technology, ask them how to put that technology so that it can be easily filtered. Everybody can easily know about that. Right? This is very important. So why I explained this? Because actual concept is called what? Styles. And it's in styles, there is a concept called CSS. But usually people know this by name CSS. But CSS is a part of styles. So, and technically styles are nothing but the attributes for HTML elements to make them interactive and what? Responsive. Responsive means adjust itself according to device. So styles can be defined. For HTML page. Styles can be defined for HTML page in three ways. We have inline styles. We have embedded styles and external style sheet. We have inline, we have embedded and external style sheet. We can define styles in three ways: inline, embedded, external. What is difference? I will show you. Actually, inline styles are nothing but, so in this method, the styles are configured for every element individually by using style attribute. So styles are configured for every element individually using a style attribute. That means, suppose we have a heading. For heading, we want to apply some effects. Then you can directly write inside style is equal to background color as red, color as white. So text align as center. Like this, directly you can write. That means to any element, you can directly write the styles. Inside that element, you can write by using the style attribute. Now, this element have welcome as a word and close the heading. What is good? What is bad about this technique? The good about this technique is it is fast in rendering. That means styles are faster in rendering. They will apply fast. Page will load fast. What is drawback in this? Why they are fast? Because they are natively written. They will render fast. They need not to come from some other place. They are written directly here. What is problem in this technique? Problem in this technique is these styles will work only for this heading. Suppose there is another heading that also I want same like heading 1. there is another paragraph which I want same. Then can I reuse these effects? You cannot reuse these effects. These are only for this element. If you are looking for reusing the styles, then this is not good. If you are not reusing, only for one element you want to apply, then best you write inline. You can directly write inline. So we can write the styles inline like this. I am defining some heading, suppose HTML, another heading, some CSS, another heading, JavaScript, like this. For this heading, we are writing style. You can directly write attributes here. Some background color is red, semicolon, color is white, semicolon. So text align is center, padding, everything you can write. And you will see that this is applied here. You will see it is going to apply like this. But if I want same style for JavaScript also, then again I have to write. That means the styles you written are not reusable. So if you want only for one element, you can directly write like this. You can directly write this way. So what is good about this? Inline styles are faster in rendering. Inline styles are faster in rendering. They are faster in rendering. What is the drawback? They are not suitable for reusing the styles. They are not suitable for reusing across elements. They are not suitable for reusing across elements. That's not possible. So that is the problem with inline styles. So that is an inline technique. What is another technique? We have embedded styles. All these days we were doing this. All these days where we were writing styles. Where we were writing styles. Styles we are writing in head section in a separate style container. Am I right? That is called embedded. That means all these days you are writing embedded styles. Actually, you can write inline styles also. So embedded styles means what happens is the styles are defined using a style container. Using a style container. You can embed in a head or body section. You can embed in head or body section. What is difference also? We will see one point about that. Styles are defined using style container. You can embed in head or body section. What is the advantage? You can reuse the styles across various elements in page. You can reuse the styles across various elements in page. So you don't need to rewrite them. You can simply reuse them. Reusability is good, but when compared to previous, what is problem is they are slow in rendering. When compared to what? Inline. When compared to inline. They are slow in rendering when compared to inline. But what is good is you can easily reuse everywhere. You can access and use everywhere. Syntactically, what we do, we write, so in head, so we write style, and we write some effects. Here we write the attributes. and style close and head close. How do you configure the styles? But they are slow. We can check once. I will show you here. See, I am writing like this now. This is the page. After this page is there, let's remove this from here. Okay, you see now I am opening, right click on the page, go to inspect. And when you go to inspect, in that inspect, here you will find some categories. In the categories, select network category. This one. When you select the network category, here you can track the performance. That means here you can track how much time it is taking, how many requests it is making, all such things you can handle. What you do now is, let's write the style. I am writing style and heading 1. Some background color is red, some color is white, and text align is center. And I will save this now. You can see it is recorded. And after recording, you see it says how much time it has taken to load completely everything. DOM content loaded. We learned that everything is DOM hierarchy. DOM content loaded. I told you the background process now. Browser engine, browser architecture we discussed. To create DOM content and render, it takes 105 milliseconds. Okay, keep that in mind, 105 milliseconds, and it is applying all the effects. Okay, fine. Let's remove this now. That means I will remove embedded. Okay, I am writing inline. So inline is what? Style. Same background color is red and color is what? White. Text align is what? Center. Same, I am writing 3 times, rewriting the same for CSS, for JavaScript. We are rewriting the same. And you see now, this time 81 milliseconds on. Even I written 3 times, it is less speed. That means it is more fast. That's good. Remember, for a developer, every millisecond matters. Even 1 millisecond difference is there, we will implement. Because internet problem is, anybody who knows about internet, he will not complain on internet. People who don't know what is internet, how it works, they always complain on internet. This is slow, this is not fast. Why? Because people who know about internet, they know that internet always have speed issues. Network will be issue, traffic will be issue, during which time you are accessing it will be an issue. Any person who have little bit common sense on internet, he don't complain on internet. Even disconnected, he will leave. Whenever it connected, he will connect. He will not complain. People who don't know about that, immediately they call, internet not coming, right? They complain. Why? Because they don't know. Because if anybody knows how it works, what are the issues in it, they don't complain, they just wait. That means professionally, one of the major problem with internet is, even a person who don't know what is internet, he is using internet and he complains on our websites. He says that it is slow. It is not opening. That is the reason we have to be very much concerned about speed. Even 1 millisecond difference is there, we will implement that mechanism, because that will affect very much later in future. So how many milliseconds earlier it was? 100 milliseconds. Now it is 81 milliseconds. That means even I written 3 times. That means inline is faster than embedded. Previous technique was what? Previous technique was embedded. Now we are using inline. But what is good about it? We can simply reuse. Without rewriting, we can reuse, right? This is example for that. That means how we manage the example here. So how do we define? We have a style, and here we have some heading, some background color as red, say color as white. So text align as center like this. This is basic about styles. Right. So there is nothing like which one is best. Remember, there are so many rules about them. I will tell you. It's not finished. We just discussed that two techniques are there. There are so many rules and other things to understand. Inline is good if you want effects for an element and you don't repeat them. And if you want to repeat such effects in many places, then better you write as embedded. So here, when you are writing embedded, some important questions are there. What are the questions? First question, where to embed the style container? So head or body, where to embed? Where to embed, whether to embed in style or that. So where to embed the container, in head or body? So the point is, so you can embed in both sections. You can embed in both sections, in head and body. Then question asked is, what is difference? What is difference between style, styles in head and the styles in body? What is difference between the styles in head and styles in body? For that, you should know the purpose of head and body. You remembered in the introduction of HTML page structure, I told you what head section contains. I'm not asking what element it contains. I'm asking why those elements are kept in head. I told you one definition about that. Head section comprises of information which is intended to load into memory first. Remember that point? Head section will load into memory first. From memory, it is delivered to page. You remember that order? Body section? Body section directly delivered to the page. Head section is directly defined into the memory. So what is the difference between styles in head and body? Styles in head section are loaded into memory and they are not immediately applied to page. Whenever page wants, it uses them. Some styles you are writing, those styles you don't want to apply immediately. Whenever they want, they can use. Then you better put them in head. Remember, you can write both at a time. Some styles in head, some styles in body. For example, I will show you here a simple technique of embedded. Now, I will remove all these inline. I will remove that inline. Yep. And what we will do here is we will write here style. And in that I defined dot heading and I am giving background color as red and color as white and the text align as center. Now tell me to which element it will apply. To which element these styles are going to apply. These styles are not going to apply anywhere because that is dot is class name, na? So it is not going to apply anywhere. That means they are loaded into memory and they are waiting. If any element wants, it can access and use it. How any element will access and use it? By using what? Class. What it is? Heading. Then it will apply that effect and display. So these kind of styles we recommend to write in head. For example, you are writing here some paragraph, markup language, something like this. And we have another paragraph. So styles to format. Like this we define. Now I am writing another style container inside body. Here I write paragraph and I will put color as some blue. This is good in body. Why? Because to which element it will apply? Paragraph. That means at the time of loading itself, it will apply. This is not needed to load into memory and wait because it knows exactly where to apply. But class doesn't know where to apply immediately. First it will load, then it will check the class names and it will apply. These we can directly keep inside the body. So when you want effects, so here we can put in both locations. Styles in head section are intended to load into memory and later delivered to page. Delivered to page. That's what we need to do. And styles in body section are directly rendered into page. So styles in head section and styles in body. You can keep in both places, but here so many doubts will be there. That means rules will be there. Rules I will tell you. Rules means in next concept I will tell you the rules. Rules means they ask in interviews like, okay, in both head and body I written same. Which one will work? So that means that for that we need some answers. Some questions are there. I will explain those rules after this. Next point we will discuss about them. Initially, when you are using embed technique, you should know where to embed, in head or in body. That is important. Next important concept. I will copy this one. Okay. Next question here is, another question regularly comes while working with embedded is, what is MIME type of styles? What is MIME type of styles? What is the MIME type of styles? That is very, very important. Actually, MIME is a multi-purpose internet mail extensions. It is multi-purpose internet mail extensions. MIME is multi-purpose internet mail extensions. Actually, we generally call it as So it defines the file type. It defines the file type. MIME type is used to define file type. For example, suppose if I have a file like some banner.jpg. Now, if I ask, what is this file type? What is this file type? No, it is not JPG type. JPG is extension. That is not type extension. Its type is image/JPEG. That is its type. File type is different, file extension is different. In majority, all if your advanced programming, you have to deal with this. When you write a Java program or a .NET program or a JavaScript program, so you have written some React, Angular, you have to tell what is the MIME type. Otherwise, those compilers and those environments cannot understand the file. That's very important. MIME type is very important. Why MIME type is important? Because suppose in browser, what you are doing, you are writing styles in a block. Now browser is confused about this block. This block is used by everyone. Java users, .NET users, PHP users, JavaScript users, CSS users. Now it belongs to whom? That means, is it JavaScript related block? Is it CSS related block? Browsers are confused in this and they waste time in understanding it. Finally, they will understand. How they finally understand? By checking in which container they kept, which container, style container. But what is the fastest way to make the browser understand our styles? Then what you have to do is, whenever you write the styles, so the MIME type, actually, the MIME type for styles is text/CSS. That is the MIME type. That means whenever you write the style, it is important to mention type as text/CSS. This is important. All these days, without writing this also you are using, but it is not recommended. Finally, when you are writing code for real-time environment, make sure that every style container is mentioned with MIME type. All these days, while practicing, it doesn't matter. It will not have much effect also. That means it is very important whenever you write the style, you have to mention the type. And what is the MIME type? Text/CSS. If you don't mention that, what will happen? So browsers cannot easily understand the styles. That will be delay in the rendering process. That's not good. That is MIME type. Next, important, while writing the styles, you need to know what is media type for styles. What is the media type for styles? This is another important one. What is the media type for styles? Media type is nothing but, actually, you see now, what happens here is, I am writing some style. Okay. Here we are designing some div. I will put a class as some ticket. And here I defined some your ticket. So we have a data list with the data term, some departure. So, and some station. And here we have date. So we have some date and we have time and some time, like this we have. And usually, so this may have lot of effects. That means I am writing a style. and style type is what? Type is text slash CSS. Here, wherever ticket is there, I'm giving some background color, some dark cyan like this. Color as some white. And we say box shadow, some 2 pixel like this. We have given something. Actually, we are adding so many styles here. We are configuring the style, and wherever data list is there, display as grid. And we have grid template columns, some 3 fractions and 9 fractions. And you can see all these data term, background color, some black, something. So color as white. All these things we are defining. We are adding these options. So margin bottom as 20 pixel like this. So we are having a lot of design here. And suppose roughly I will put here another image. So I'm keeping an image. Source is some images. And some image I'm giving, some image I'm defining here. Width is 200, height is 200. And actually this image is position as fixed and right as 100 pixel, top as 50 pixel, like this I given. You see it is having some small image displayed like this. There can be different types of images and all. Okay, this is what we are having. Some is there. Now, if I print this, will it print in same way? Of course, if you have a color printer, it will print. It will print in the same way. That means you open printer settings. In printer settings, you can see it is printed in same way. Right? In printing, I don't want colors. I want to print black and white print. Then in printer settings, you can change. Change from color to black and white. Only black and white it will print. But in print, I don't want this photo. That means I don't want this photo. I want this one below another. Not side by side, one below another, without photo, without background color. Plain normal black. How you can control like that? In printer settings, you can't control which one to display, which one not to display. You can control black and white and all. That means on internet, whatever you show in browser, the same thing cannot go on to paper. Because we provide lot of things, printouts and all. I don't know how many days you may be using ticket booking and all this. Do you know in the beginning of bus ticket booking, so we book ticket online for bus and we carry a printout. We go to Cyber Point and take a printout and printout of a ticket. And at the time of boarding the bus, we have to show that paper. And that paper is complete email. You are printing 4 or 5 pages of email for one ticket. Right? In that email, in that printout, even buttons, advertisements, everything will be there. That means that is not great. On screen, it's okay. But while printing, why you need all that? That means, is there any facility that I can change this? You can change. That is what media type. Media type means when you write styles, you can target device. How you can target device? You can target like media can be screen, media can be print, media can be speech, media can be all. Print means on printer, how it should print. Speech means while reading, how it should read, what it should read. Speech means these days, you put earpods put your phone in your pocket, automatically some notification comes, it reads and announces. That means, will it read everything? No, you have to mention what to read. That you can control using speech. That means we can control this by using media type. How you define media type? Very simple. This CSS is media. The media for this is screen. Same I will copy now. Same I will copy. I will put here another style. This time, this style media is for what? Print. Now on print, ticket, background color I don't want, color I don't want, box shadow I will keep, padding I will keep. I don't want to display grid and all. One below another is enough. Terms, okay, background color is black and this is white. Image I will simply put display as none. That means image should not display. That's the effects we written for print. That means now what happens here? This is on screen. When I open printer settings, it will print like this. No photo, no colors, no alignments, simple plain. That means, when you go to bank, you ask for a bank statement. Usually bank people will not give you a laser print. They will give a dot matrix print, Dot matrix in your passbooks, they print with dot. With a ribbon printer will be there, dot matrix printer. And they don't want all the complex, because if those complex effects are there, it can't print properly. That means it should remove all of those effects and print normal. But on screen, it will show everything. That means we can control how it should work for different device. So what is media type? So it is used to target our styles, for various media devices like screen, printer, and speakers. Speakers is nothing but what? Speech. So that means you can define style, type is text/CSS, and media is equal to print or speech or screen or all. That means everywhere it will be same. You can define in this way. How you configure the styles. So these are all the questions important related to embedded. What is drawback in embedded? Drawback in embedded is slow when compared to inline. Not only that, another drawback is you cannot access these styles in another page. Right? That means the styles are only for this page. In another page also you want them. Then you have to use third technique. What is the third technique? External files. So what is another drawback here? So what is the key note here is embedded styles are not accessible across pages. Embedded styles are not accessible across pages. Now, how you can make the styles accessible across pages? For that, we have to use external files. Now, how to write external files and how to use them and what is drawback in external files, that we'll see tomorrow. Right? Tomorrow, we will discuss more about CSS now. We will go into in-depth of CSS and we will learn some important things about CSS. Okay, tomorrow we'll continue, right?